All right, if you've ever bought a bottle you already had, opened something before it was ready or completely lost track of what's actually in your cellar, this is a great tool for you to use. I'm going to go through the Wine Cellar Tracker that I created. It's a complete Excel workbook allowing you to manage your wine collection. This is our dashboard. You'll see here our cellar value, how many different wines we're tracking, total bottles. It is really meant for wine collectors, enthusiasts, anybody who has more than one case of wine in their cellar or at their home. It's just a good way to manage that collection. The workbook has 5 tabs. Let me give you a quick tour before we dive in. Before you got the dashboard, we have the cellar inventory. This is what drives most everything. A good place for tasting notes for bottles that you consumed. You can put together a nice little wish list of wines that you want. But to get set up on the spreadsheet, I want to highlight the instructions, kind of simple format on how to go through each tab and how they work. One specific section I want to tell you about is the currency settings. So there's 21 preset currencies in here. However, this only changes a symbol for you to track. So whatever country or denomination or currency you're tracking in, you can do that. It does not convert values between currencies though. All right, go ahead and do a walkthrough a little bit. This is our wine cellar. This is where we enter in everything. We have the wine name, Tuser or Chateau, vintage, region, appellation, what varietal it is. Right here, simple drop-down menu, red, white, sparkling, rosé, fortified, or dessert wine. And then you can also track the different bottle sizes you have, and standard bottle sizes are listed in here. Total bottles owned, bottles consumed remaining. This is the price and the value per bottle. These will change depending on which currency you want to switch to. Those will change up top. Our drink window, it'll automatically calculate when drink now, hold, bottle's been consumed. Location and bin number, you can customize this based on however you have it set up in your cellar itself. Some easy links here to go to a couple popular sites, Wine Enthusiast, Wine Spectator, where you can look up drink windows, critic values, and more information on your wine. And then for real-time gain or loss tracker for your cellar. Kind of highlight how this works a little bit. We're going to enter our wines. We have our Stag's Leap Wine Cellars Artemis. So this is a Stag's Leap Wine Cellars wine. This is a specific 2019. We have our Napa Valley and then Napa Valley AVA as well. One thing about the region, you do want to make sure you have the same spellings and everything's the same listed in our kind of cellar by region area. That way you can track it accurately. This is a Cabernet. Yeah, obviously red. And these are 750s. We bought a case of these. Haven't consumed any. 85. Say we purchased these for $85. They're now worth $130. Drink now window. This is from 2024 through 2032. So you'll see switches and everything. And this is in rack B, bin 6. All right, say we want to get some more information on this wine itself. We can click on the Wine Enthusiast tab and it will automatically pop up the website. And then it will also, on the Wine Enthusiast, it will preload whatever you entered in, the wine and the producer. And then you can look it up from whatever vintage you want to look up and get some more information on that wine itself. Excellent. Now, so we go through here and had some people over the 4th of July. We opened up our Silver Oak 1.5 liter. So we're going to consume this bottle of wine. And we'll notice that our values have changed with the addition of the Stag's Leap Cellars. And then we consumed one bottle as well. All right, next up, go over to the dashboard, reflect some of the changes that we've had. Like I said, you can switch currencies. This will not make this, again, this will not convert, but whatever home country and or currency you want to track your wine cellar, and you could do that. With the additions of the Stag's Leap Artemis bottles, it has increased our value. And then we did consume one bottle as well. And we noticed that our gone section has increased. A couple other things here also track what your total cost is, what your gain and loss is. And then it will highlight if you have any wines that are in the drink now window that you might want to consume at this time. Next up, we're going to go ahead and go to tasting notes. When you consume a bottle of wine and you want to kind of track how you felt about it, this is a good tool to do that as well. So let's say we consumed a bottle of Stag's Leap yesterday. Automatically going to format that. We have our Stag's Leap Artemis. So it's a 2019. We had this with a ribeye steak. Great wine to pair with ribeye steak. This was a deep ruby wine, a garnet rim. Our description here, put in there whatever you felt. You tasted in here. Nobody's guesses are wrong or interpretations are wrong. And then we can, the palate and flavors, how to feel. It was a full-bodied wine, as we'd expect from Napa Valley Cab. Very smooth tannins at the finish. Describe what our finish is. I would describe this one as elegant. My rating on this wine, I really enjoyed it. I think it was about a night. Again, we can use up our Wine Enthusiast lookup and Wine Spectator to get professional wine scores. This one was a particular 92 from Wine Spectator. We did decant this for about 30 minutes. And what I purchased again, I think I'd purchase again. They do a phenomenal job with it with their wines itself. All right, next up, our wish list. This is a good opportunity for you to crack wines that you want to see in your cellar at some point in time. You have the wine name, the producer, what specific vintage, if you're targeting a vintage, region, current price point on that. Is it a priority? Is it a high, medium, low priority? Is it a dream bottle? We see Satsukayas and DRC in here. Why you want it, where we can buy it, have you acquired it, and just any notes you have on there. One bottle I do want at some point in my cellar is Harlan Estate. Very well-known Cabernet, very expensive, specific vintage. I've been looking for a 2018. This is out of Napa Valley. The price on here, $1,200. At that price point, I definitely would call this a dream. Why I want it, just I'm a big fan of Napa Colt cabs. Where I can purchase this, you can probably purchase it anywhere. I would probably a mailing list or something straight from the vineyards itself. I obviously have not acquired this wine. And notes, it is an allocation only wine. The importance of getting on that mailing list for that wine itself. Before I wrap up here, a few things I want to make that'll make this workbook even better for you. I think region spelling matters. Like I said, you want to make sure what we enter in the inventory portion matches the list of main regions, wine regions. We put the most popular ones up here for your easy use. Updating a consumed bottle, making sure that when you consume something and you want to track your cellar value and inventory in real time, that we go through and list how many bottles we consumed. Currency display is built not just to use in the United States where I'm located in or use the dollar, but you can use it anywhere. And we have 21 currencies currently listed on here. Some cells, this is a protected workbook, so you won't be able to mess something up and mess up our formula here, which is good protecting the thing itself. So you purchase this and then you go through and fat finger something. Those important formulas are not going to be overwritten. And then I always recommend if you purchase this, it's going to be pre-filled kind of as a sample, clear all that data, save the original as a backup. And that way, if something unforeseen circumstances happens and it does break itself, you have the original copy you can go back to as well. This is the full wine cellar tracker walkthrough. You've got your cellar inventory, drink window status, tasting notes, wish list, and a live dashboard that really tracks collection value, where your wine's in the region, where your cellar is as far as drink now, hold, past this peak, anything you've consumed. It's a really good tool, really simple to use, not overly complicated and not overly in depth, but good for all levels of wine enthusiasts itself. You can purchase this, and I'll put the link in the bottom of the page. And also on our YouTube page, you can purchase this through my Etsy shop, The Organized Amateur. I do have some other products on there. I'm an avid triathlete, so I have a triathlete tracker in there. And then my wife and I do own a small business. So I have a kind of a simple business financial workbook on there as well. And thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys like this and hope it becomes a good tool for you to use.